When someone tells you a man walks into a bar joke, do you always imagine the same bar? If so, what does it look like? Great question. I just realized that I don't picture anything if you tell me a man walks into a bar. However, I do picture a bar if you say a priest, a rabbi, and horse walk into a bar or whatever those jokes are. It's brown. Bar on the right. Booths to left. 3 stools at the bar. Weird. My mom used to watch that old show Cheers a lot when I was a kid. I always think of that bar. A Wild West kind of bar. All with cowboy hats and all. Most have them from The Simpsons. I just realized that that's the bar that's been in my mind the whole time. Lots of wood. The bar is always on the right as you walk through the door. Somewhere between a dive bar and a speakeasy. Low lighting. Wood furniture. Easy murmur in the air. Front door opens looking directly at a long wide bar full of old drunks. Regulars. And the bartender idly wiping down the bar while shooting the breeze with a customer. Dingy. Dark. The bar is to my left with weathered stools. An inebriated fellow is half slumped over. There is an old, curved screen TV in a corner blaring some sport. The bartender is wiping a glass. Paddy's Pub. Literally the Family Guy bar mixed with The Simpsons. Grew up with those TV shows. I think of a cast iron bar at about neck height. The How I Met Your Mother bar. Looks like one of those big-ass steel crossbeams you see in the old photos of construction workers having lunch over the skyline. A classic small German bar. Dark wooden walls. Milky window glasses. Music at the background. A pool table. And always the same people. Straight brass, about 1.5 inches in diameter. Always pictured the same bar, Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars. Don't even watch it, but the Queen Vic from EastEnders. The bar from Family Guy. It looks like a Western bar, usually lol. An old Western bar with saloon doors. Watched a lot of Lucky Luke as a kid. The Rovers return from Coronation Street. I always imagine an Old West saloon type of bar. The Cheers bar, where everyone knows my name. Plain, grey, horizontal between 2 vertical supports. The bar from the first Lego movie. I always imagine a saloon from some old Western film I can't remember. Darkwood bar. Bartender with a beard. Those double door entrances. Pool table in the back. And stools and tables everywhere. I don't know why, but I always picture animals at the end of the bar, waiting for their lines. Wow, what a great question. So interesting to see everyone's answers. My bar is a little dingy. Plain in a way, but clean. Dark. Shiny wood everywhere. I'm always viewing the scenario from behind the bar. Bartender to my right. Door. With stained glass window. Directly in front of me. Which is where the man walks in. Steel. Horizontal. Approximately head height. I always think of like a pub. With wooden walls and green pool tables. A desk with any alcoholic drink you could think of and a darts board. The tables are on the side and not in the middle. The floor is wooden with a lighter shade of wood. It's kind of dark. Am I the only one who pictures different bars as the context of the joke evolves? I have no idea, but every single time, I imagine a Burger King. The counter where you order the food is the bar. And no, for whatever reason there's still no stools even as I imagine it. I have imagined a man with a pig under his arm. A man with a duck on his head. a rabbi, 2 priests, a giraffe, a horse, a piece of rope, and an Indian all walk into this same Burger King that actually exists in Fairborn, Ohio. I don't even eat Burger King. Yes, it's always the pub from Hot Fuzz. Even before I knew what that pub looked like, I imagined it exactly the same. Yay, but all I see is just brown stools and bar, that's it, everything else is black around it. Kind of run down. 7 bar stools, 6 booths, flickering lights. Beer is basically just hot dog water mixed with alcohol. Wallpaper peeling. Creaky hardwood floor. Lights are hanging from the ceiling by no more than the wires they're connected to the power with. I imagine a horizontal metal pipe at forehead height that the man walks into. And then I just listen to the rest of the joke without imagining a bar. I can't think of an actual drinking establishment I associate with the joke. And I never realized that until today. And it's kind of weird. This triggered a memory. Actually, there's a bar, liquor store in New Orleans that I always imagine. I used to cash work checks there and buy a bottle after a shift at 7 o'clock. Hey monsieur, I actually wrote it into a novel once. About 2 meters long, made of metal, placed horizontally at forehead height, and makes a metallic clang sound as the man walks straight into it. A horizontal I-beam, dull silver in color, about 1 foot tall, about 1 inch thick, and about 4 feet off the ground. It's strangely the How I Met Your Mother bar, but the entrance is facing the bar, so you enter from the same way you would exit the toilets. I just realized I never picture the inside of the bar, only the outside. It's brick, no windows, a very plain wooden door, and there's a dim lamppost outside. I have never seen a bar like this. I like this question. I imagine a curvy wooden bar top, maybe some metal rails underneath it. It's pretty dark inside, but off to the right I think there's some sunshine coming through the windows. Only see it at one angle. Looking towards the back, there is a wooden bar with a shelf with drinks behind it, and it is at an angle where you can see the entrance to the bar area, where the bartender works, which is on the left of the bar. Also there is 8 bars stools. I always imagine someone in a suit of armor walking into a low-hanging pull-up bar in a very dim lit room with wooden wall panels. Don't ask. Don't know. I'm sitting at the far end of a long dark dusty bar by myself, and the door opens to the right of me. It's always super bright outside when that door opens. Ha. Honestly, kinda shaped like the Krusty Krab but without as many windows and signs. It's like an old western saloon with huge vaulted ceilings and a lot of space. You know, so horses and cars and dinosaurs and pretty much anything can just walk right in. No problem, monsieur. The drunken clam. A lot of most tavern comment. While I understand that, I personally see the person who enters as someone who is not a cartoon, making it unrealistic for a cartoon and a non-cartoon person to interact. Also, I can't imagine Mo's voice being a part of the scene, but I understand how other people would think so. Oh god, it's the ground round my dad used to take me to when I was a child. I never realized it until now, but that was the first bar I ever went to, even though at the time I just ordered chicken fingers and soda. Mo's Tavern, but with a metal bar taped across the door that people hit their heads on as they walk in.
Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to support the channel.